I guess the real test with this character was not to over-embellish, not to give any nods or winks to the camera.
After decades of silence, Sir Ben Kingsley has finally spoken. The man who became Gandhi, who disappeared into 100 different faces, now reveals the truth.
And I think our resistance must be active and provocative.
10 actors who, in his words, have forgotten what it means to truly act. Hollywood has changed. It's no longer about transformation. It's about brand recognition and social media followers. Meanwhile, Ben spent 50 years studying real people, learning new languages, and losing himself in every role. Each wrinkle on his face tells a story of dedication. Each performance is a masterclass in disappearing. But what he's seen lately breaks his heart. Actors who rely on costumes instead of craft. Stars who play themselves in every movie. Legends who stopped caring about the work. And worst of all, one name will shock you. A fellow Oscar winner who Ben once admired, now reduced to collecting paychecks. The night is ready to speak, and Hollywood will never be the same. 10. Johnny Depp. Let's start with a name everyone knows. Johnny Depp.
I had a compassionate link with him and understood his capacity for revenge and violence against a fate that had abused him as a child.
The man who once gave us Edward Scissorhands and Gilbert Grape. Ben respected Depp, but Depp is gone. They crossed paths briefly during a small project. Ben watched how Depp worked, and he saw something troubling. Every character now needs a wig, strange makeup, or a funny accent. Captain Jack Sparrow was brilliant the first time, but now it's a crutch. The Mad Hatter, Grindelwald, all those Tim Burton characters. They all look different, but they feel the same. Ben's issue is simple. Depp hides behind accessories instead of revealing humanity. Real acting means showing the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. You strip away the mask, not add more. Ben transformed into Gandhi by losing weight and finding stillness. Depp transforms by adding layers of costume. 9. Jared Leto. Ben Kingsley knows method acting. He studied under real teachers. He learned from the legends. So when he heard about Jared Leto's behavior, he couldn't stay quiet.
Nothing is a copy of a copy of a copy. Oh, I've done this before, it works. No. Freshly discovering every syllable and every gesture.
Leto sent dead rats to his co-stars. He mailed used condoms. He stayed in character for months, making everyone around him miserable.
Love. I'm an idea. State of mind.
The media called it dedication. Ben called it something else. Cruelty disguised as commitment. Real method acting serves the performance, not the headlines. Robert De Niro gained weight and learned to box. Daniel Day-Lewis stayed in character quietly. They didn't torture their colleagues for attention. They did the work in silence. Ben's problem with Leto is simple. His process isn't about the character, it's about Jared Leto. Every stunt makes the news. Every bizarre choice becomes a story. But does it make the performance better? Ben doesn't think so. 8. Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe and Ben Kingsley are both knights. Both have Oscars. Both are respected in the industry. But their approaches couldn't be more different. And Ben has never forgotten what he witnessed on British film sets.
Impeccable rhythm to it. It has movements in it. It has fast movements. It has slow movements.
Crowe has a reputation. Everyone in the industry knows it. The phone-throwing incident made headlines. But the real stories happen behind closed doors. Ben heard them all. The yelling, the demands, the intimidation. Crowe mistakes aggression for intensity. He thinks shouting is the same as acting. Gladiator worked because Ridley Scott kept him under control. The director channeled that rage into something powerful. But on smaller films, without that guidance, the anger becomes the performance itself. It takes over everything, and the story suffers. 7. Vin Diesel. Ben Kingsley took a role in The Last Witch Hunter. He did it for his grandchildren. They wanted to see Grandpa in an action film, so Ben said yes. But what he witnessed on set stayed with him. Vin Diesel arrived late most days. He did minimal takes, 1 or 2, then he was done. He'd disappear to his trailer while everyone else worked. Ben watched this with quiet disappointment. Even in a popcorn film, you give everything. That's the job. Ben prepared for his role like always. He researched, he built a character, he gave the crew and the story his full attention. Diesel gave just enough to get the shot. Then he was gone. The contrast was stunning. The Fast and Furious empire made Diesel rich and famous. Ben respects the business side. Making money isn't a crime. But somewhere along the way, Diesel stopped being an actor. He became a brand, a product, and products don't need to try hard. 6. Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg plays the same character in every movie. The tough guy from Boston, the working-class hero, the street-smart survivor.
Hey, cowboy, you the pretty one. You ever hear the expression, you got a face only a mother can love?
Ben has watched it for years, and he's seen enough. The Departed, The Fighter, Patriots Day, same voice, same attitude, same energy, just different costumes. Wahlberg doesn't transform, he just shows up and does his thing. Compare that to Ben's career. Gandhi, Don Logan, Trevor. You'd never know it's the same actor. Wahlberg sells authenticity he never earned through craft. He plays working-class heroes, but it's all surface. Ben actually came from working-class roots in Yorkshire. He knows what real struggle looks like, and he knows the difference between living it and performing it. 5. Nicolas Cage. Ben Kingsley was offered roles in several Nicolas Cage films. He turned them all down, not because of scheduling, not because of money, but because of Cage himself.
Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, Paddington 2, connect those dots. I mean, I don't want to be a snob, but...
I cried through the entire thing and made me want to be a better man.
Ben watched his work and saw something he couldn't respect. Cage does what people call mega acting. The screaming, the wild eyes, the unpredictable energy. Everything turned up to maximum volume. Ben believes in restraint. He believes silence can speak louder than shouting. Cage never learned that lesson. There was talent once. Leaving Las Vegas showed real pain. Adaptation showed real range. But somewhere, it all became performance art. The memes, the cult following, the YouTube compilations. That's not acting anymore. That's a spectacle. You can't disappear into a role when you're performing for the audience. And Cage always performs for the audience. But Cage chose his chaos. The next name had greatness handed to him and threw it away. 4. Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. and Ben Kingsley both have comeback stories. RDJ fought addiction in prison.
Oh, good afternoon. I was trying to introduce the manner in which Blackwood survived his execution, clearing all good names at work.
Ben fought obscurity before Gandhi changed everything. Both clawed their way back. Both earned respect. But their paths after success went in very different directions. Ben respected RDJ's recovery. The talent was undeniable. Then came Iron Man in 2008, and Tony Stark consumed everything. Every role after became Stark with a different costume. Sherlock Holmes was Stark with a pipe. Doolittle was Stark talking to animals. The improvisation, the quips, the smirking charm, it works for Marvel movies. Audiences love it. Studios make billions. But is it still acting? Or is it just being Robert Downey Jr. on camera? Ben transforms for every role. He studies. He changes his voice, his walk, his entire presence. RDJ does the same thing in every movie now, and Hollywood rewards him for it. That's what breaks Ben's heart. One of the most talented actors of his generation chose to stop acting. 3. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. This is the most controversial name on the list. Dwayne Johnson is beloved. He's charming. He's successful. Box office gold. But Ben Kingsley sees something nobody wants to admit. The Rock isn't an actor. He's a brand. Every movie is identical. The Rock plays The Rock. Sometimes he rescues a city. Sometimes he rescues a jungle. Sometimes he rescues both. But it's always the same performance, the same smile, the same raised eyebrow, the same muscles. Compare that to Ben's filmography. Gandhi was frail and gentle. Don Logan in Sexy Beast was violent and terrifying. Itzhak Stern in Schindler's List was quiet and calculating. You'd never know it's the same person. That's transformation. That's acting. Johnson doesn't transform. He appears. Studios don't hire him to disappear into a character. They hire him to be recognizable, to be safe, to guarantee an opening weekend. He's a franchise Viagra, brought in to save a dying series with his presence alone. 2. Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal isn't just a bad actor, he's a liar. And Ben Kingsley hates lies, especially in a profession that demands truth. Seagal built a career on fake credentials, fake martial arts mastery, fake CIA connections, fake everything. He sold himself as authentic, as a real warrior. But it was all performance, not the good kind, the dishonest kind. Ben researched real soldiers for House of Sand and Fog. He spent time with veterans. He learned their pain, their discipline, their silence. Then he sees Seagal playing dress-up with military gear and pretending he earned it. It's insulting. Every Seagal movie is the same. The monotone voice, the refusal to show weakness or emotion, the stiff fight scenes. He's not acting. He's posing, and he's been doing it for 30 years. Then there are the stories, the behavior toward women on set, the bizarre business deals, the friendship with Putin, the strange energy drink promotions. Seagal represents everything wrong with Hollywood ego. He believes his own lies. Ben has contempt for frauds. Acting requires honesty. You study real people. You honor their stories. You reveal truth through fiction. Seagal does the opposite. He creates fiction and calls it truth. He's not an actor. He's a costume wearing other people's valor. This isn't even good bad acting. It's just embarrassing. And Ben wishes Hollywood had stopped enabling it decades ago. We've seen frauds and sellouts, but the number one name cuts the deepest, because Ben once called him a hero. 1. Robert De Niro. This isn't about hate. This is about heartbreak, because Robert De Niro was Ben Kingsley's inspiration. The reason Ben believed acting could be art. Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, The Godfather Part 2. De Niro didn't just act, he transformed. He gained 60 pounds for one role. He learned to box like a professional. He became other people so completely that you forgot Robert De Niro existed. Ben watched those performances as a young actor. He studied them. He learned from them. De Niro showed what was possible, and Ben built his entire approach on that foundation. But something changed around the year 2000. De Niro started taking easy roles. Meet the Parents, Dirty Grandpa, The Intern. He went on autopilot. The intensity disappeared. The commitment faded. He became a paycheck collector. They met once at an awards ceremony. Ben approached with genuine admiration. He told De Niro what his work had meant. De Niro was polite but distant, clearly there for appearances. The conversation lasted 2 minutes. Ben walked away feeling empty. The tragedy is that De Niro can still do it. The Irishman proved he still has the skill. He just chooses not to use it most of the time. And that choice hurts more than anything else on this list. When strangers fail, it's disappointing. When your heroes stop trying, it's devastating. Ben didn't lose an actor he hated. He lost one he loved. He lost the man who taught him what acting could be. That's the cruelest pain in this industry. Watching legends become ghosts of themselves, and knowing they chose it. At 80 years old, Ben Kingsley keeps acting because someone must remember what it meant. He's not building a career anymore. He's protecting a legacy, the sacred art of transformation. That's worth fighting for, even alone. If this opened your eyes, hit subscribe, because real stories need real support.